You know what?
Get Kyle on the phone.
Well, yeah. I mean, since this is our 52nd episode, our 1 year, I thought I could make it up to the people for sitting through April Fools. And
you shouldn't have.
And actually bring you the entire history of the Brotherhood of Steel up until this point.
Yes.
So, I have my handy-dandy notebook here. This isn't all Brotherhood notes. This is all of our notes from, like, episode 30-something, and then there's, like, 10 pages of Brotherhood notes. But I fucked up. Not ashamed to admit it. I have to read part of it from my phone, because I fucked up on my time and everything. Give me 1 second. I have it right here. I kind of want to go into...
Quick question before we start.
Okay.
Who's on the right side and who's on the left side?
I'll be on the right.
You're going to be on the right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be on the left. We got to, like, high five.
Okay, which side am I going to?
You know what? Just, in your OBS preview...
Okay.
Go towards me, where I'm supposed to be.
So the left?
Yes. And I'm going to go towards the right.
All right. You ready?
All right. You ready? Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Are we saying something? Like Brotherhood of Steel, yeah.
All right, yeah, we'll do it on yeah.
Okay. Wait, what do you mean on yeah?
So, like, Brotherhood of... 1, 2, 3, Brotherhood of Steel, yeah!
Okay. Do it.
All right. 1, 2, 3, Brotherhood of
Steel, yeah!
Yeah!
All right.
That was probably the wrong way.
Good. Put a sound effect in there anyway. Okay.
Like a little...
Yeah. So, the Society. The Brotherhood of Steel is a neo-knightly order that rose from the ashes of the United States military in the years following the Great War of 2077. The organization, indeed one of the possible... Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's pretty much all you need to know. Here's a little thing, Declan. Can you put in a symbol of the Brotherhood, like the official, like this?
Like one of those. Yeah.
Put
I
that
can't
on the
see
screen.
you, but like I can only assume.
Oh shit, you can't see. That's right.
We're still so close, but so far.
So, wait, hold on. One of these Johnsons.
Yeah, one of those Johnsons?
Yeah.
I assume I'm pointing at the right direction. That one?
Yeah, that one right there. Pick that one.
All right.
No, wait. One below.
Here?
That one.
Oh.
Now flip it upside down. You're good. All right, you're good. Can you bring the resolution to max?
Oh, I could bring the resolution to max.
Okay, cool.
I could bring it to Maxon. Oh, now all of my dabs show up on camera, and I'm so happy.
And any time that I have to grab my face and be like, you fuck, is just... the Brotherhood symbol, the gears that represent their engineering knowledge, the sword that represents their will to defend themselves, and the wings that represent the uplifting hope that the acquisition of lost technology represents for mankind's salvation following the devastation of the Great War, and the circle represents the unity that makes the organization a true brotherhood. Some fucking thought was put into that.
Hell yeah.
And their structure, the Brotherhood is mostly comprised of the descendant of those military officers, soldiers, and scientists, but aside from some outsiders amongst the ranks, the Brotherhood is as close to a pure strain humanity, prime normals, that may be found outside of a vault or the Enclave. A notable exception in the Midwest Brotherhood, known to recruit ghouls and mutants into their ranks because tactics happened. Now,
like tactics as in like the game, or
yeah,
tactics
like I don't like the PlayStation game where it's like, oh, you could play as the ghoul, but mutants are here too, and then fucking maybe something happened in Chicago, like the wings and the sword logo thing that you just put on screen. That isn't in Texas. The Texas version is wings in a circle with guns, like two pistols.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've legit ever seen that. I'm looking it up.
I think it's in Fallout Extreme, which didn't come out, I don't think. So, okay, the Brotherhood of Steel. A quasi-religious, technological military order operating across the ruins of post-war North America. Roots stemming from the U.S. Armed Forces and government that was before the Great War. Founded by Roger Maxon, a captain in the U.S. Army. Part of a team sent out on January 3rd of 2076 to monitor progress at West Tech facility in California. On January 7th of 2077, a year and change later, all West Tech research and personnel, Maxon's team included, were relocated to the newly constructed Mariposa military base in an effort to enhance security. All of this lore that I'm getting, I got off of fallout.wiki.com. They are the greatest collection of information on this series that I have ever found on the entire internet.
Oh, absolutely. Without a doubt.
October 10th, 2077, Maxon and his team discover the horror that West Tech scientists at Mariposa were using military prisoners as unwilling test subjects for the FEV tests. Morale dropped fast. Colonel Spindle, Maxon's superior, suffered a mental breakdown and eventually committed suicide because of these tests. Maxon's team looked to him for leadership. He then interrogated Robert Anderson, the chief scientist at West Tech, the chief scientist of West Tech, stationed at Mariposa, was later executed for his crimes against humanity. Maxon now had control of the base, declared his desertion of the U.S. Army via radio on October 20th. Confused when no one responded, the U.S. was way more concerned with the escalating conflicts with the Chinese. October 21st, Maxon ordered that all the families, including his, be allowed into the base for protection. October 23rd, Maxon survived in numerous safety protocols, protecting the soldiers from radiation and the FEV virus, which had been accidentally released into the newborn wastes. On October 25th of 2077, Maxon sets a patrol, one of his guys, out into the wasteland in a protective suit of power armor, scouted the area and got readings of the atmosphere. His name was Planter.
His name was Plant?
Planter. He was Planter. Just Planter. He reported no significant amounts. Sorry?
Do you think he was a gardener?
Maybe. He was probably like the U.S. Botany Division or some shit.
U.S. Botany Division. That sounds pretty dope.
He reported no significant amounts of radiation in the surrounding areas. Maxon and his men raided the base after burying the bodies of Anderson and his team, and then sealed off the base and ventured into the wastes. November 2077, Maxon leads his men to Lost Hills, a government fallout shelter. His journey is referred to as the Exodus.
Man, they got a ton of really cool named shit.
Yeah, and it's very basic names. It's not like the Quibaquazine. It's just like Exodus.
Yeah, it's like very like to the point.
Yeah. What book of the Bible is Exodus?
It's like one of the first 5, I think.
Is it?
Yeah. We both went to Catholic schools, so like
doesn't mean I paid attention.
True.
Maxon set the bunker
as really worked out great for me.
As the headquarters of the Brotherhood of Steel. High Elder Maxon to use Lost Hills. Oh, I'm sorry. High Elder Maxon used Lost Hills' resources to help rebuild civilization, no matter the cost. Now, that's just kind of the intro of how they got started.
That was just the intro?
That's just the intro. I have a lot more. I don't have like in-depth everything, but I have the overall, like, you'll understand where they come from after this. Like, I don't have on fucking September 9th of 2109 Maxon fucking had a hemorrhoid. Like, I don't have all that shit.
So you don't report how on like Tuesday the 38th he had a really spicy like lox bagel?
No. I couldn't. Lox wouldn't exist.
You're right.
Presumably it wouldn't exist. I wouldn't eat it. So, real quick, the order of elders is High Elder Maxon, the first one, Roger, from 2077 to 2135. High Elder Maxon 2, 2135 to 2155.
Electric Boogaloo.
Thank you, I was waiting for it. High Elder Maxon 3, 2155 to High Elder Rhombus. He's after HEM3. He's from 2231. Oh, he's after Hem 3 to 2231, and then there's High Elder Maxon 4, which is 2231 to before 2277, and then Arthur Maxon, which is 2283 until the present. Now,
I do have a question.
Yes.
About Rhombus, because he's not a Maxon.
Yes.
What's his deal? Are we gonna get to that? Because I
It's
do
in
need to
here.
know.
It's in here.
I need to know if he was in fact a Rhombus of Ruin.
Maxon 3 is the Maxon you meet in Fallout 1.
Okay. All right.
He dies, and I don't remember exactly how. It's in my notes. He dies, and then Rhombus takes over, and he's, I believe, more militaristic. I have to go back over it again.
I mean, we're going over the entire history right now.
Yes,
so.
yes. So some of their locations are Lost Hills, New California, the Midwest, Florida. There's a chance of us getting a fucking game in Florida.
Gross.
The Capital Wasteland, the Mojave, the Commonwealth.
The
Mojave. Alaska is in Fallout Extreme. So Bethesda picks and chooses what they want as canon.
What's Fallout Extreme?
It was another game that was supposed to come out but didn't come out, that was going to come out that didn't, I don't think.
Oh, great. There's only a couple of those.
Yeah. Alaska, Illinois, Montana, so
Yeehaw.
bunkers where there's nothing. Texas, which is in Brotherhood of Steel, Appalachia, which is and the Mountain Desert Island, which is a Far Harbor optional thing if you tell them that there's synths in Far Harbor. Now, the early days. At some point prior to this is fucking garbage. 2102 got access. This is absolute fucking trash. Sometime before 2102, they got access to a satellite to extend their reach to Appalachia. And then I literally wrote down bullshit retcons because I just don't want to fucking acknowledge it. Because they literally only put them in the game so they could sell more copies to people that got introduced with Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm.
There is no reason Maxon would have said, fuck all of this shit, we're staying in Lost Hills, fuck everybody else out there.
I mean, I didn't really interact with the Brotherhood in 76 because I didn't ever play that much of it.
10 hours of it and you were done?
I mean, I played more than 10 hours. I just never got to it. I was too busy
12?
hanging out with my friends.
Yeah. No, I know. I've been wanting to play it, but it's like, the Battle Royale's really good. Nothing else I want to play.
I want to go back and re-explore some stuff.
I'd like to, too, just to get, like, understanding of maybe some pre-war lore, but, like, what's the point? They've retconned a ton of shit. Alright, so 2134. Okay, 2134. Faction of the Brotherhood of Steel is led by Sergeant Dennis Allen, petitioned the Council of Elders to explore the remains of the West Tech Research Facility, which is the Glow. Now, I don't know if you remember, but when we streamed Fallout 1, when you go to the Glow and you get under there and you get in there and you find a dead Brotherhood soldier.
Yeah.
This is Sergeant Dennis Allen.
Okay, that makes sense.
You go back, or I'm sorry, they denied his request to go, and then because of this, some of them began to splinter out, leaving the Brotherhood. They took some advanced weapons and some armor with them. Despite this, they started to actually grow stronger under Elder Maxon 1. In 2135, Roger Maxon dies to cancer, and Maxon 2 takes over. The 2150s began to extend their influence, quickly asserting their place as one of the major powers in New California. This decade brought the emergence of raiders such as the Vipers, south of Lost Hills. They were driven by a religious frenzy. The Brotherhood, this is in 2155, the Brotherhood set out a squad against the Vipers with Maxon 2 with them, thinking they would back down at the sight of them. Nope. The Vipers used poison weapons.
Yikes.
Maxon's head was unhelmeted. Why the fuck did I say that? Maxon had his helmet off. That's what I wrote.
His head was unhelmeted.
Yeah. It nicked him, and he died within a few hours.
So wait, he got poisoned in the dome piece?
Yeah, he got, like, nicked. He got, like, scraped slightly on his cheek, and he's like, I'm dead now.
Must have been a pretty good poison.
Yeah. John Maxon, which is Maxon 3? No. Yeah. Took the helm as Fallout 1's elder. With this incident, the newly appointed head paladin Rhombus launched a full-scale attack to hunt down the Vipers, bringing them to a near extinction. They settled to the northeast near Sierra Madre. Because of this, the hub started a direct line of trade with Lost Hills. They didn't really trade with people. They would try to do it, and they were like, no. And then when the Brotherhood pretty much genocided a people, they were like, okay, we can trade now. And they were like, okay, yeah, bring it in. We deserve this. Would
you like some Nuka-Cola, some stim packs, maybe a laser pistol? How about some genocide?
Yeah. In 2161, the Brotherhood stumbled upon a corpse of a super mutant. They brought it back to Head Scribe Vree to investigate. 2162, the Vault Dweller gets to Lost Hills and is given a mission to go to the Glow to retrieve an artifact. He's brought back Sergeant Dennis Allen's records and became the first outsider to join the Brotherhood in decades. The Vault Dweller discovers the Master's plan and asks the Brotherhood to send a squad to Mariposa, where the army of the mutants was drove out. The mutants then they also drove the mutants out of other settlements. At this point in time, other than the Gunrunners, the Brotherhood of Steel had the most advanced weaponry. After the Master, arguments from the inside whether or not they should take in outsiders started to brew. They were confident with their. They were confident they would survive with their old tactics and principles. Anyone that opposed was sent out. Anyone that opposed was sent to find the remnants of the Master's army with airships that they rediscovered from the remnants of Chicago, where Tactics takes place, because Tactics has the Pridwin, but the Pridwin is canon, but it isn't canon because it's in Fallout 4, but Maxon or somebody, the engineers, designed the Pridwin, but it was founded in Illinois somewhere. It's a whole...
So it's just kind of this big spaghetti of mess at this point.
Yeah, but they continued to expand all the way to the Mojave, to DC. In 2242, they were at a fraction of power they once had. The Enclave proved that they were not the most technologically advanced group out there. They lacked the resources to fight their new foe.
I mean, they were doing pretty decent up until then.
Up until that point, they were fine. Kind of.
And the Enclave kind of steamrolled them.
Yeah. Intimidated, they thought the best thing to do was just kind of watch from afar. Eventually, the Brotherhood learned about the vertibird technology. They thought it left them vulnerable to the Enclave. Matthews of the San Francisco chapter enlisted the Chosen One to steal the vertibird schematics from Navarro, the Enclave outpost. The Chosen One was successful, but it is unknown if the plans ever received the High Council, because Matthew was killed by Frank Horrigan a short time after it was completed. After the destruction of the oil rig base, the NCR hunted down the remaining members and ceased to pose a threat. Now, this is Van Buren lore, what I'm about to tell you.
Alright, but Van Buren is not canon?
It's what Fallout 3 was going to be if the game actually didn't get canceled and Bethesda never bought the license.
All right, so this is Fallout 2.5.
It should have been Fallout 3, but it's not Fallout 3, but now there's someone who's working on making this game.
Like a Fan Buren.
Yeah, kind of.
Fan Buren.
So
I kind of like the ring to that.
It sounds good. In 2231, Jeremy Maxon, the third Maxon, was very vocal about moving east. He was more aggressively hoarding pre-war tech. He wanted to bring the Brotherhood to its former power, getting tech out of the hands of lesser people by any means necessary. That's a direct quote.
That's a little sus. Not gonna lie.
The NCR wanted to use the tech, and conflict later ensued, and shortly after the Enclave debacle. With their superior technology, they managed to hold out over the NCR, even coming close to a total victory, but the Lost Hills tech advantage was greatly outnumbered by the sheer size of the NCR's army.
Because at this point, the NCR is massive.
Yeah, you have at least 100 years of growth. It starts when Tandy's in her 20s.
She took over what, when she was like 17?
I think her 30s or 40s. But then she lives like 103. By time you get to 2162 is when they start, and then this is 2231. So almost 100 years.
So pretty fucking big.
Yeah, but that's all that there is for Van Buren, right? So then a lot of the story for Van Buren was then brought into New Vegas. So 2274, the Brotherhood gained control of Helios 1 at odds again with the NCR. The NCR wanted Helios 1. The Brotherhood would not get out. Small war with the
just a little one.
The NCR numbers dwarfed the Brotherhood until half of the chapter was dead and retreated back to Lost Hills. Paladin McNamara noticed that Elder Elijah was missing and took up the title of Elder himself. Colin. Colonel, right? Colonel? That's fucking Colonel?
Yeah.
That's Colonel.
That's Colonel.
There's no R in that word.
Yep. You got that right. Welcome to English. It's actually, I think, a French word.
Really?
Yeah.
So Colonel
I could just
Moore...
be talking out of my ass. But
sorry?
Colonel's just one of those bitch words.
There's no R.
Yep, that's Colonel.
There's not a fucking popcorn COLONEL in my fucking tooth.
Yeah, because Colonel, as in popcorn, is spelled with a K.
KOLONE?
No. KERN.
Alright, so Colonel Moore stated that if they had a better position and better leadership, they would have actually beaten the NCR.
That's I think they were probably just fucked from... The game was rigged from the start.
Hey, if there's anything that the Brotherhood has taken from the U.S. military, it is blind fucking confidence.
Oh, absolutely.
Just, what's that? We're down
big dick
by
energy
1,000
is
people.
what they've taken.
Absolutely. Big swinging steel, metal, fucking laser pistol dick energy. Just fucking Liberty Prime with his fucking 2-story
mecha cock.
Just fucking swinging around. So by 2254, Owen Lyons was sent east with the intent to find the lost Midwest chapter that was hunting down the Master's army. They failed to find Chicago and the Midwest and overshot all the way to Pittsburgh. Lyons realized that the East was much worse than the West was, and he radically changed the Brotherhood's doctrine. The first step was to eradicate the slaves from the pit. The slavers from the pit, and this was called the Scourge. This is a topic that we will go into on a totally different day.
Because we're going to do the pit
as its own thing.
Yeah. I've wanted to do the pit for a while.
Then fucking speak up sometime, Declan, and I'll fucking do it one week.
No, it's not like that bad, but just we should do the pit sometime.
I want to do the pit, being that we both are from PA.
Yeah.
That it's like the closest thing we have.
Yeah, it's the closest Fallout landmark. For us.
I've driven through West Virginia, but like I've never been to Las Vegas, so I can't really. I've been to DC too.
Yeah, I've been to Boston.
Have you?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Well, go there.
No.
Continue.
After that, they got to DC. It became the fight with the super mutants and the remnants of the Enclave that silently rebuilt Raven Rock. The Enclave versus the Brotherhood of Steel eventually just turned into a fight for Project Purity. In 2287, the Brotherhood is still fighting with the NCR. The East Brotherhood, Arthur Morgan is a...
Arthur!
Oh, did I say Arthur Morgan?
Yes.
Sorry. Arthur Maxon has like this massive just respect around him for his name and for his ideology. He's very much like technology.
Developers.
And just kind of is like, fuck anything that isn't human.
That sucks for you because you're a ghoul.
Me?
Yes, you.
What did I do?
No, you're a ghoul at heart.
Oh, yeah, because I'm old.
You're old and cranky and irradiated.
He is on a mission to to locate and destroy the Institute with their giant airship, the Pridwin. Now, the Pridwin takes 2 years to design and 4 years to build. So is it the one from fucking Chicago, or is it not? And you know what? Hold on. While we're talking about Chicago, fuck their pizza. Fuck Chicago
fuck that pizza.
That's not a fucking pizza. It's a fucking lasagna. Okay?
Like, it is not a pizza. That is not pizza. They're just fucking wrong.
Like, you want to take hot dogs and put a bunch of shit on hot dogs? Go right the fuck ahead. I ain't gonna stop you. You want to eat pig asshole? Go ahead and eat pig asshole all goddamn day. That ain't a fucking pizza pie. Pizza. Don't fucking tell me that's a fucking pizza pie. It's not.
An abomination is what it is.
You know what? And the way fucking a pizza pie is supposed to be made, traditionally, the real fucking Neapolitan way from Italy is fucking little bit of crust, not a lot. You cut it into like fours, and it's fucking delicious, and it's fucking. And there's not even cheese. There's not even supposed to be cheese. It's supposed to be a little bit of Parmesan, but mostly sauce.
I like the big like globs of mozzarella.
Oh my god.
Like a marguerite pizza.
No, yeah. With the fucking fresh basil? What are you fucking kidding me?
Basil.
With the fresh fucking basil, my man? Fuck Chicago.
Yes. Bitch, I am from Chicago.
What?
No, never mind. Just some gay shit. Continue.
They transport a large majority of their soldiers to the Commonwealth. It harkens back to the old ideology and methods of the past incarnations of the Brotherhood. They are willing to accept outsiders, and like I said, people fucking love Maxon because he sounds like his grandfathers. This is the 5th Maxon at this point.
Yeah, and he's just like, I'm like my granddads. Come follow me into war against people that I have no reason fucking with.
Yeah. Here's these fucking peaceful people. Here's these fucking Tato farmers. Blap. Like.
Yeah. Let's go destroy some robots that aren't really fucking with me in any way.
Yeah, they're a slight inconvenience.
Yeah, the slight inconvenience. Let's just eradicate that and take over this entire land.
Yeah. The amount of troops and weapons that the Brotherhood has is evidence that they defeated the Enclave in DC. Are you okay?
I just bopped my mic very hard. I'm sorry, friends.
Did you boop it too?
Yes, I did.
Did you ever beep before you boop? My buddy told me that once, and I thought it was the funniest shit ever.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. No, I only boop before I beep.
They have a vast supply of verted birds. Not every Brotherhood soldier wears power armor. Only knights and up. They now equip them with T60 power armor and not T45 or T51.
Because that's an efficient use of resources.
Yep, and that.
I'm glad that everyone can see my side eye now.
Yeah. That is the entire history of the Brotherhood up until this point as we know it. All the bullshit retcons, all the shit that kind of makes sense, all the shit that you just kind of need to know but don't need to know to enjoy the games.
Like, you've got the talking points to be able to impress your friends / nerds at a party or bar.
You have enough knowledge.
Like
I said, you don't have like, oh, you